The date is May 21st, 1995. The Pacers and Knicks are playing in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. With 5 seconds remaining, the Knicks will be down 2, with one final chance to tie the game. The inbounds will go to Knicks star Patrick Ewing, and what will follow will become the most infamous layup in NBA history. A moment so traumatic for Knicks fans that it's still being referenced in pop culture today.
This wasn't me, this was God's doing. And this time I won't finger roll, Pat Ewing. I told the driver, Lenny, swing me by the garden, I gotta talk to Pat. You're gonna miss the finger roll, right?
But why is that? At the end of the day, this was only the second round. And it's not like the Knicks just stopped making the playoffs after this game. To understand, we must go all the way back to the 70s. In 1975, a 12-year-old Patrick Ewing would immigrate with his family from Jamaica to Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I was 5'11". I was about this skinny. I spoke with an accent.
Despite the initial culture shock, Patrick Ewing quickly became a stellar student while also developing an interest in basketball.
I'm in the playground watching these kids play in this new sport. I didn't know what it was. I'm just watching. They touched the basketball and fell in love with it.
By 10th grade, he was already nearing 7 feet tall and quickly becoming one of the most dominant high school players the country has ever seen, leading his team to 3 straight state championships. For university, he chose Georgetown, where he would continue his winning ways. As a freshman, he would lead the Hoyas all the way to the national championship game, where they would almost win it all, had it not been for one Michael Jordan.
18. Shot. Jordan. Michael Jordan. 14 seconds.
This would become the first mountain that Patrick Ewing would have to climb in his basketball journey. And while Jordan will be widely celebrated for beating Ewing as a freshman, what's often forgotten is that Ewing will follow that up with one of the most successful college careers ever, making 2 more national championship games, including winning it all in 1984. The opponent, the University of Houston. Their star player, Hakeem Olajuwon. In 1985, the NBA would introduce its first ever draft lottery, giving the league's 7 worst teams equal odds at landing the number 1 pick. And without fail, the league's biggest market will be awarded the number 1 overall draft pick.
I think you knew too. Show what you got in your hand. He has number 33 all printed up here already. Patrick, there's confidence for you.
And just like that, the Patrick Ewing Knicks era has officially begun. At the exact same time on the West Coast, Pat Riley had just won his second championship and completed the unthinkable.
After a heartbreaking 7-game loss to the Celtics in 1984, Riley dedicated himself and his team to doing what no Laker team had done before, beating the Celtics in the NBA Finals. That dream became reality in 1985.
This would be followed by a 2-year drought of not winning the finals, but the Lakers would win the championship again in 1987, with Pat Riley making this claim at the parade.
And I'm guaranteeing everybody here, next year we're going to win it again.
He would fulfill that promise, with the Lakers winning it again in 1988. Then, while chasing a 3rd consecutive championship, Pat Riley would make a bold decision.
1988, they had won 2 championships in a row, and he decided to trademark the phrase three-peat.
But unfortunately for Riley, the Lakers would be swept in the finals by the Pistons. And after another disappointing season in 1990, Riley would step down as the Lakers head coach.
What is next for Pat Riley? There is a good chance he will work for NBC Sports on their NBA telecast next season.
In Riley's first season as an analyst, he would spend a significant time covering Michael Jordan en route to his first championship in 1991. It was during this tenure with NBC that Pat Riley would be approached by the Knicks president Dave Checketts, gauging his interest to come and coach the New York Knicks. But Riley would not make it easy. Before we get to that, a quick word from today's sponsor. Hey guys, let me tell you about a website I've been using called Kalshi. Kalshi is the largest prediction market in the United States. You can actually trade on the outcome of real-world events, including football, basketball, and thousands of other events. Trade on your favorite teams and players anywhere, anytime, legally in the US and all 50 states and 140 countries, including California and Texas. It's a smarter way to use your sports knowledge, actual event trading, where prices move with news, injuries, trade, performance, and public opinion. Kalshi is not a sports book, but an exchange where people trade against each other, not the house. And what's cool is that you could always cash out early. Download the Kalshi app using the link in the description and use my code WOOHOOPS to get a free $20 when you trade $100. Again, use the link in the description and use my code WooHoops to get started. Thank you, Kaushi. Now, back to the video. The first 6 seasons of Patrick Ewing's career will be filled with ups and downs, and with the Knicks having recently been swept by Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, changes were needed once again. In the 1991 offseason, Patrick Ewing would demand a trade. But before accommodating him, the front office's priority was finding a new coach. Knicks president David Checketts was set upon an ambitious goal to hire Pat Riley. Riley would show interest, but would have a laundry list of demands. Not only would Riley demand the highest coaching salary in the league, he would also demand for the Knicks to buy him a house in the area, a book deal, a movie deal, new Ralph Lauren polo shirts, and also for the team to do his laundry. And that, my friend, is where the Knicks would draw the line, with the laundry. According to author Chris Herring, Pat Riley would respond by telling them, "I just needed to find out what you were made of. To know the man I'm working for isn't willing to be pushed around. Now I know," Riley said, accepting the job. His first line of business? To convince Patrick Ewing to remain with the Knicks, selling him on his game plan.
I can recall my first meeting with Patrick, and he asked me, he said, "Why do you think you're going to make it any different?" He said, "You're just one of 6 coaches they've had here in 5 years."
But Riley wasn't just any other coach. This was a man with a vision. You see, while Pat Riley was with NBC, he kind of gotten a grand view of the NBA landscape. His conclusion? All teams will have to go through the Chicago Bulls. And the team that's given the Bulls the biggest problems were the Pistons.
3 years of playoff frustration at the hands of the Detroit Pistons, a team that created its own set of rules to stop Michael.
So he basically looked at what the Pistons had done in the years prior, and he basically said the Pistons' strategy is still sound. It's just that they've aged out to a point where they can't carry it out anymore, but that's our best chance. We could be a defensive force.
And finally, Pat Riley would lay out another vision that would ultimately convince Patrick Ewing to stay. A championship parade down 5th Avenue. Under Riley, the Knicks would see instant success, finishing the season 51-31, market correcting the aging Pistons in round 1 of the playoffs before meeting with the Chicago Bulls in the quarterfinals. To the shock of everyone, New York would push Chicago all the way to a Game 7, but still, the Knicks would come up short. After the series, it became clear that for the Knicks to reach their true potential, they would need one final piece to step up. The year was 1985. The location, Tulsa, Oklahoma. The store, Safeway Supermarket. For the 20-year-old John Starks, he had recently taken the job as a grocery bagger after being kicked out of 2 colleges. The first for stealing a speaker, and the second for smoking marijuana. It was at this job at Safeway where Starks would vow to change his life around.
I'm looking around, bagging groceries, stocking shelves and stuff like that. So I decided to enroll back in school.
He would enroll at Tulsa Junior College to study business. Though the school had no basketball program, Starks would play in intramurals. There he would be discovered by a scout from Oklahoma Junior College, where Starks would transfer to and play 1 year of college ball, becoming a breakout star, then earning a scholarship to play at Oklahoma State, where his stellar play would catch the eye of NBA coach Larry Brown, who would invite him to try out for the San Antonio Spurs. And though he didn't make the team, he would earn another tryout with the New York Knicks in the summer of 1990.
Last day of cuts, I said, you know what, I'm treating this like a playoff game, so I come in focused. And I had a breakaway. I seen Patrick off my left. I said, oh yeah, this is a good chance to impress the coach.
Mm-hmm. He tried to dunk on me one day in practice, and I tried to take his head off, and he got hurt.
I went to go dunk on him, he caught it, and I came down and I twisted my knee. I'm like, oh man. Didn't realize it was like a blessing in disguise.
Because they were gonna cut him, and back then, if you get hurt, they can't cut you. So he hurt his knee. I thought his career was over, and then by the time his knee healed, all the other guys was hurt. They were all hurt, so he had to play, and I think that he took advantage of his opportunity.
Coming into the 1992-1993 season, Starks was the Knicks' 6th man, but he would have a breakout year, earning not only the starting position for the foreseeable future, but also winning his first ever award in the NBA, being named to the All-Defensive Second Team. The Knicks would also win a franchise record of 60 wins, and Pat Riley would be named the Coach of the Year, In the first round of the 1993 playoffs, the New York Knicks would be matched up with the Indiana Pacers. Although the Knicks would handily win the series in 4 games, in Game 3, Reggie Miller would infamously bait John Starks into headbutting him.
And Miller going at each other, and John Starks has been thrown out.
The signs of a rivalry to come? Too soon for that. The Knicks would then defeat the Hornets in 5 games, securing a 3rd straight matchup with the Chicago Bulls, this time in the conference finals. In Game 2, with New York holding a 3-point lead, John Starks would put on the finishing touches.
50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Starks, yes!
To put the Knicks up 2-0 in the series. However, Chicago would bounce back and take both games on their own home court, tying the series at 2 games apiece. In Game 5, with around a minute left and the Knicks holding a 1-point lead, B.J. Armstrong would hit this big 3.
Armstrong, yes! A 3-pointer for B.J. Armstrong.
With the Knicks down 1, they would have one final opportunity to win the game.
Down to 10, Ewing for Smith. Smith, stopped again by Pippen. What a play by Scottie Pippen.
The Bulls would steal Game 5, the series, and ultimately win their 3rd consecutive championship. For Pat Riley, the Chicago Bulls has just accomplished what he has always dreamed of, what he has trademarked, a three-peat. For Patrick Ewing, who has climbed every mountain in his basketball career, the Bulls remained the one summit he couldn't conquer. Yet.
I just feel that at this particular time in my career, I've reached the pinnacle of my career. I just feel that I don't have anything else for myself to prove.
On October 6, 1993, Michael Jordan would announce his retirement from the NBA. For New York, Jordan's exit would instantly catapult the Knicks to become the favorites to win the championship. And their core responded. Like clockwork, they would take another step forward, having all 3 of Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and Charles Oakley being selected for the '94 All-Star team. For the 4th straight postseason, they would be matched up with the Chicago Bulls.
Put yourself in the place of the New York Knicks. That no matter how good you thought you were never quite good enough to beat the Chicago Bulls. But Jordan is gone.
While Michael Jordan was not around, the series would still play out like deja vu. Just like the year prior, the series would be knotted at 2 games apiece, heading back for a Game 5 at MSG. And just like the year prior, with the Bulls down 1 and under a minute remaining, the ball found its way into the hands of B.J. Armstrong.
He's inside of him. Armstrong, what a pass! B.J. Armstrong! Big time.
With the Knicks down 1, they would have one final opportunity to win the game.
Screen and roll with Ewing and Starks. Starks has to kick it back out. Davis for the win. He's fouled on the play. Fouled on the play. Scottie Pippen fouled him with 2.1 left. He cannot believe it.
And just like that, the Knicks would steal Game 5 and ultimately the series. In the Eastern Conference Finals, they would be matched up with the Indiana Pacers. The newest coach of the Pacers, Larry Brown, the same man who essentially discovered John Starks. Now, what is often remembered about this series is Reggie Miller leading the Pacers to an improbable comeback in Game 5 while doing this infamous celebration. However, what's often forgotten is what followed. The Knicks will win Game 6 in Indiana, led by the hot shooting from John Starks, and win Game 7 off this game winner from Patrick Ewing.
John Starks with the run. And the Knicks by 1.
For the first time since 1973, New York has found themselves back in the NBA Finals. The Knicks' opponent in the finals, the Houston Rockets. Their star player, Hakeem Olajuwon. Essentially, a rematch of the 1984 NCAA Finals. This finals matchup will be remembered for infamously unfolding at the same time as the O.J. chase.
Let's return to Tom Brokaw for a report on the still developing O.J. Simpson story, and here's Tom at our Manhattan studios. Tom?
Bob, we are witnessing tonight a modern tragedy and drama of Shakespearean proportion being played out live on television.
But for the Knicks, that didn't affect them, as they would lead the series 3-2. In Game 6, John Starks would catch fire, scoring a team-high 27 points.
Starks unleashing, hits the 3. Starks wide open. John Starks. Starks for 3. Yes. And the
to Starks for three. Yes, John Starks.
Down 2, with the championship close at hand, Starks will go for the win.
Rockets lead by 2, and here is Starks. Look for three, it's tipped, and it's knocked away, and the Rockets win. The ball was tipped. It was personally blocked.
In Game 7, Starks would play one of the worst games in finals history, going 2 for 18, including 0 for 11 from threes. The Knicks would lose the game, and New York begins to wonder, is the clock running out in the Patrick Ewing era? The following 1994-1995 season would be the last full season without Jordan, and the last championship window for any non-Bulls team for the foreseeable future. For Pat Riley, he would become extension eligible and will begin negotiating a bigger deal. And I mean, why not? Ever since he's taken over the Knicks, they've gone up a level every single season. From the quarterfinals to the conference finals to last season, where they were a shot away from winning it all. The Knicks offer a handsome raise, doubling his $1.5 million a year salary to $3 million for 5 years. Riley's counter, $50 million for 5 years and a 25% ownership of the team. New York pushed back with a 5-year, $25 million offer. But the ownership stake would be a non-starter. And just like that, the stage was set. For Pat Riley, one thing was clear. If the Knicks didn't have a good season, this could potentially be his last dance. The Knicks would keep their core intact for one final push to climb that final mountain. But while the Knicks were targeting the Rockets, the Pacers were eyeing them. And as fate would have it, the two teams would meet again for the 3rd consecutive season in the 2nd round of the playoffs. Before the series, we would get some bad news about Patrick Ewing.
Well, indeed it has. You might remember, Tom, that Patrick Ewing missed the last couple of regular season games with a sore hamstring. Now, as a player, Patrick Ewing downplayed this injury, but Pat Riley told us yesterday that he's very concerned about the health of his big star.
In Game 1, Reggie Miller would have one of the greatest playoff moments ever, where he would score 8 points in 8.9 seconds.
Miller for 3, and he got it. Reggie Miller with a clutch tray, and it's 105-102. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again.
Tie game.
Leading the Pacers to an improbable win. Then 2 more, taking a commanding 3-1 series lead. However, just like the year prior, the Knicks would storm back, with Ewing hitting a game winner at the Garden to take Game 5. Then follow that up with a 25-15 performance to force a Game 7. And at last, we've arrived at our game. With Reggie Miller on a heater to start the game, the Knicks would spend most of the night playing from behind.
Reggie Miller has another 3, and he has begun the stare with Spike Lee.
But New York wouldn't fold, mounting a comeback under the stellar play of Patrick Ewing.
Ewing on the follow. Indiana by 3.
Scoring a game-high 29 points. And right alongside him will be John Starks, adding 19 of his own, including this 3-pointer to cut the lead to 2.
Starks. Yes, that's a 3 for John Starks. It's now a 2-point lead. 40 seconds remaining. Pacers 97, the Knicks 95.
On the other end, Starks would retrieve the rebound.
And it's Nick Ball. They call for time with 5 seconds remaining.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. In the air of Madison Square Garden hangs half a decade of angst, uncertainty,
I haven't talked about contract for a month or 2.
and the belief that this year it will be different.
And the Rockets win! The ball was tipped!
Think of all the coincidences.
When I came down and I twist my knee.
And back then, if you get hurt, they can't cut you.
The hard work.
Tough town, tough team.
The luck.
I just feel that I don't have anything else for myself to prove.
That brought us to this one final play. And with everything on the line, the ball will be in the hands of Patrick Ewing.
Running out to the top. Starks cuts to the corner. The inbounds to Ewing. Down to 3. Down to 2. Ewing. Not over the hit. And it's all over. The Indiana Pacers have defeated the New York Knicks 97-95 to take the series in 7. And they advance to the Eastern Conference. And the question here, is this the final time we're looking at Pat Riley as coach of the New York Knicks? The speculation continues.
After the game, Pat Riley would resign from the Knicks, taking a job with the Miami Heat, where he was offered a 10% ownership stake.
I think he should be in jail.
Why?
He didn't finish his contract with the Knicks.
The following season, Michael Jordan returned to his dominant self. And just like that, the Knicks' window was shut almost as quickly as it had opened. For Patrick Ewing and John Starks, who had beaten every odd placed in front of them, an NBA championship was the one mountain they couldn't climb. History is written by the victors, a fact of life. While you're busy climbing your own personal mountains, you've also become someone else's. But what of it? Keep on climbing.